Good morning. It's 10 o'clock and it's time for Victory Hour with me, your host, Victory Nkechi Kechuku. Remember, every Wednesday is a time we have a wonderful time learning things that will help us to live victoriously in our everyday life. Before we go into the topic I have for us today, I just want us to appreciate God, for loving us, for his faithfulness, for his kindness, for the privilege of you and I, being alive today. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for your love, for your faithfulness, for who you are, for the gift of life, for the privilege of being in the land of the living. We say thank you, Lord. Have your way in today's teaching to the glory of your name. In Jesus' name, amen. Another welcome to all my viewers all over the world, wherever you're watching me from. I want to say you are welcome to this live broadcast this morning. Sit back and relax because you'll definitely be learning something that will help you live victoriously in your everyday life. I want you to let somebody know about this broadcast, about this page, chat room with Dr. Victory. Encourage them to like the page, to go to my videos and watch all my preceding videos, because definitely they'll be learning things that will help them to live victoriously in their lives. Because this world we are living in, it gets difficult each and every day because of this evil COVID-19, and the way the whole things are changing because of this whole thing. Schooling, job, businesses are being affected adversely. But with the knowledge of knowing what to do at the right time, you will all just sit back and wait, because definitely I bet you this COVID-19 and all its evil wave will come to pass. Remember, HIV and AIDS was once like this, and now it is a thing of the past. Definitely this COVID-19 will be a thing of the past. That's by the way. Let's go into the topic I have for us today. The topic today says health is wealth, and also five ways on how to take good care of your health. We really need to take care of our health. Health actually is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. We're talking about health now, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmities. That is, I just explained what health is all about. That is by the way. But, in a layman's language, you can say when somebody, you are health, you are healthy, ramification, socially, environmentally, mentally, you're healthy, you can take care of things that are happening around you. That is, by the way, concerning health. Now, let's go to wealth. Wealth, I put in, I think, around 3 minutes here. First, he said, is abundance of valuable possessions or money. That is wealth. Secondly, is a plentiful supply of a particular desirable thing. Let's say all the things that you desire, you have them in abundance. Anything that you think you want or you need in life, you have them. That's when we can say somebody is wealthy. And also all property that has monetary value or monetary exchangeable value. You have properties, or you possess properties that you can exchange for money, or that they have monetary value. That's the way. That's by the way, when it comes to wealth. But here we're talking about health is wealth. So when you're not healthy, you cannot be wealthy. Wealth, in my own words, means financial independence. Yes, we can say when somebody is wealthy, the person is financially independent. So we can say a wealthy person is someone who can, be termed to be financially independent. That you have the financial independence to avoid anything that you have desire. That's what we can say when one is wealthy. Yeah. So in my teaching this morning, I would like to make you understand that a healthy person is a wealthy person. When you're not healthy, you can't be wealthy. You can't be wealthy when you're not healthy. Yes. Let's take, for example, you are earning 50,000. Let's say $50,000, or any currency where you are. Let's say you're earning 50,000, and then you are using 40 to service your health. You can't be wealthy. Yes, because you are actually using the money that you would have been saved apart to service your health, so you can be wealthy. So that's why I'm dealing today on how you can take care of your health so that you can be wealthy. Health is wealth. A healthy person is a wealthy person. A wealthy person that is not healthy is not actually wealthy, because you are actually spending your money on your health. You are actually wasting them on your health. And most of the time, most of those people, you can see they're not better off. They're still spending that amount of money, and things are not really getting better as they desire them to be. No matter how financially stable or how financially independent you think you are as an individual, and you spend huge amount of money on health issues, is a big concern for you and people around you and your loved ones, and you're actually not wealthy because you're spending a huge amount of money on your health. When you are healthy, you are definitely wealthy. Yes, I think I've explained this earlier on, because the large amount of money that to be spent on hospital bills and other things or medicines to service your health will now be saved up for something else. You see why I said when you are not healthy, you cannot be wealthy, because you're busy spending your money on hospital bills and medications. Remember, in most of my teachings, I will always like to quote the saying that says, when you know better, you will live brighter. When you don't know anything, you will always be suffering, because ignorance is very, very expensive. Ignorance is like a deadly plague. Yes, it is. And it's very, very expensive. Yes. Why I say it's expensive, when you don't know something, you're busy spending your money, or you're busy, wasting, even in whatever you waste, whether you waste money or you waste time on something, you're actually, spending on that thing, and it's really, really expensive. Most people are suffering because of lack of knowledge and proper information. Maybe because of poor healthy lifestyle, or the way they are living their life, they think it is good, and it's actually not good. So today I will be teaching on how you can take good care of your health. You need to take good care of your health as an individual, both male or female, man or woman. You need to take good care of your health. Most of us are just living our life carelessly. We don't even take care of ourselves. We think we are actually enjoying life, while in the right sense, you are actually endangering your health. So there are some points I put down today that will be speaking on how to take good care of us. I put down 5 points. Remember, I said earlier on the topic, health is wealth, and 5 ways on which you can take good care of your health. Number 1 way I put down is eating. Wow, this is where most people are faulting. Eating. A lot of people have bad eating habits. Yes, not really like say somebody's a glutton or somebody eats large quantities and all that. It might be that the person likes food. It's not really bad. But the thing is that knowing what to eat, how to eat it, and when to eat it. That's knowing what to do and how to do it at the right time. Eating, in order to improve on your personal health. Remember I said whether you're a man or woman, you really need to improve on this. Develop a good eating habit. And I put down some point here. I said eating balanced meal. Make sure your meals are balanced. They have all the nutritional content like protein, fats and oil, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals and all that. Not really, there are a lot of people, they eat food that are high in carbohydrates. Most of this time, these things are not really good, because you need to be balanced so they can help you out. I am not a biologist, so I will not go into, explaining all this and all that, how it breaks down in the system, in the digestive system and all that. But what I'm bringing in is how it can help you on a layman's language to improve on your health. Yes, number 2, I said eating fruit and veggies regularly to help your immune system. Most people, they eat food that's void of veggies and fruit. Okay, don't say to the Victory, I don't have money to afford this. No, it has to do with you personally. Are you willing to do this? There are a whole lot of fruits and veggies that can be easily getting very cheap. Some in the market, some of them are, let's say, like tomatoes, like your onions, some of these things that can be easily getting, and they are very cheap. The things that you don't even know. Remember I said when you know better, you live brighter. Most of people think you just eat for the eating sake. No, make sure these things are being consumed in a larger quantity by you, and some of them are easily affordable. They're very, like oranges. When it comes to fruit, oranges in most countries, there are a lot of fruit that don't go for the expensive ones. Fruit is fruit, as long as you take them into your system to help build up your immune system. Another point I put there, I said eating at the right times of the day. I want to explain this more. Especially when you have crossed the age of 35, 40 and above, you have to be very, very mindful of what you eat. Don't eat late at night. Let's say past 7 p.m. in the night, don't eat any heavy food as long as it's past 7 p.m. Okay, let's say you knock off at work, and because of traffic, you couldn't get home and all that. Please just eat something like pieces of bread, or and maybe tea or something like that. Please don't eat heavy food. This thing I'm telling you, remember I said, God said in all my teaching, I have to be practical. It has been happening to me. By the grace of God, I am 47 years old. And this thing has been happening. When you have passed 35, 40 and above, and you eat late, you will experience indigestion, and it's very horrible. Do you know why? It will make you to have, you will not enjoy your sleep. So you have to be mindful of this. Reduce the way you eat. Most people, they like eating heavy food. Heavy food, actually, in the normal sense, it's meant to be ate in the afternoon. Why? Because in the afternoon, you are engaged in a lot of activities. You need those food to walk around. But in the night, you're actually, after watching your TV and relaxing and all that, you are retiring to the bed. So you don't need a very heavy food, because you need your sleep to be sweet. Because when you eat heavy food, it's, it takes time to digest. That's why you see a lot of people, they have indigestion, stomach bloating and all that. I see when you burp, the smell of the food come. Those things is because the digestive system is struggling to digest. Why? Because your digestive system is advancing in age. It's not as young as at when you were younger. Let's take, for example, my boys. I have, by the grace of God, I have 2 teenage boys. They can eat any sometime past midnight. And you see them, they're sleeping, they're snoring while they are young, and their digestive system is young. You can take anything and it can digest it. So it's not like you. So please, most people don't know about this. They complain, and especially when it comes to men, you see them, you're having bloated tummy and all that. Most when we're younger, we think people that have big stomachs is as a result of taking alcohol, beer and all that. No, sometimes it's because of late eating and lack of exercise. Just pay attention. That's my video today. You will definitely be blessed, because we're learning things that will really help you to keep your health. Don't say, okay, this one is talking against me. No, you need to be teachable for you to make improvement in this life. We are, because we learn every day. I myself, I keep learning every day. You can't say I've finished learning. All right, let's proceed. Still under eating. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So in order to keep you on the go, so make sure you take breakfast in the morning. It's really more important. Breakfast, you really need to. You might skip lunch, but you must eat dinner or supper to enable you have a good night's sleep rest. Yeah. Remember, I said heavy food is meant for lunch hour. Why? Because let's say you're a business person or you're a career person, you go to work, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're going to the shop, you're going to take the children to school, bringing them. There are a lot of activities, laundry and all that, shopping and all that. Those things, helps. Yeah, because there are a lot of activity that's going on in your body. Your digestive system can digest it, but not when you're relaxed. So please make sure you take breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Lunch must be heavy food if you must eat a heavy food in any day. And lunch too can be skipped. Remember, I'm just saying if you cannot afford it. But make sure you eat breakfast and dinner, because most of the time when you don't eat dinner, you find that you're tossing from one side of the bed to the other. But please don't eat heavy dinner as long as you have passed age 35, 40 and above. Whenever an individual crosses age 45 years, after I've explained this, yes, you have to be very, very careful of your eating habit. Stop eating late night dinner. I've explained this. It gives you indigestion because your digestive system is advancing in age. I've already explained this because before I'm reading it. Yes, I've explained the example of my boys. They can eat any time of the day. And they can, anytime. I told you sometimes they eat past midnight and nothing happens to them. They can go to the fridge, eat anything cold. When you're not like them, but you were once like them. This is what you have to bear in mind. Remember, we are still under eating habits. Eat less of fried food. Most people, especially women, we like frying, cha and all that. It tastes good, but remember, what is good is not always safe. Eat less of fried food, but boil most of your food. Boil them. Why? Because fat and oil nutrient in the food, it takes time to digest. They take a lot of time to digest. And also, when you take fried food or food that contains oil, please don't take cold drinks. Don't take cold soft drink. Don't take drinks that are cold. Even water, don't take cold water. Take warm water. Water that is at the room temperature, or most preferably hot water, to help the oil to digest. There was an experiment, I think I've mentioned it in one of my videos, they did about oil, how you pour cold water, it congeals it and it takes time to digest. So that's what it does, to your system too. When you take oily food and you're taking something cold, it affects your system. Please, oil or oil food and cold drinks, whether cold, I've just explained this, and they don't go together. It congeals. Please, anytime you're taking anything oily, like say most of our African food are highly they contain a whole lot of oil. Please make sure you take something warm or something hot, if preferably not cold, please, for your own health. Drink hot water, hot tea, or maybe anything warm, not even hot, after taking oil food. in order to help yourself. Remember, we're saying how to help yourself and how to help your health. That is the time, the one for eating. Now I'm going to go into the second point, which is drinking. But before we go into that, I just want to bring an example here. Remember the Queen Elizabeth of England, the late husband that just passed away a few months ago. There's something I read about him, that he has a dietitian that's, try to regulate what he eats and try to direct him on what to eat. So that's to show that in a greater extent, we have a lot to do with what we eat. You can monitor it. Don't just be eating anyhow. When you were a youngster, remember I said when you were a teenager, or you can eat anything, it doesn't really matter. But now that you're advancing in age, you have to be careful of what you eat. You don't just eat like any other person. You don't just eat like, the way every other person eat. Even you make sure you reduce your intake of pure red meat, but take more of lean meat, chicken and pork, and all that, just to help yourself. All these things is really to help. Please remember, I said health is wealth. Especially this video specifically today, remember, is for people that are advancing in age. You have to be careful, because most of the health issues that you develop, you might not know that you are the one that caused them because of what you have been eating, because of your eating habit. Let's go into drinking. I say you need to be very, very careful of what you drink. Most time we think that it's only alcohol that is dangerous. I don't solicit for alcohol. I said it. By the grace of God, I'm a minister of the gospel. I'm an ordained pastor, so I don't solicit for alcohol. But when we talk about drinking, we think it's only alcohol. No, no, no. Do you know that our soft drinks are dangerous to our health because they contain a high level of sugar? Even those ones, they tell you that it's zero sugar. Low sugar and zero sugar. Where does the sweetening come from? This is what you ask yourself. So please, there's some people say, I love this particular one, I love this, I love this. That was when you were younger, but now you need to sit back and say, no, I'm advancing in age. I don't think I can fall in love the way I used to. Most of them, they taste nice, that you're so used to the taste, but you really need to help yourself. Yes, alcohol, just as I don't solicit for it, but it's not only alcohol. Even those one would think are soft drinks, they are dangerous to our health, especially when you're advancing in age, because of the huge amount of sugar they contain. Please, I say, but some other drinks can be harmful also to the body system if not regulated by us the way we take them, if we don't regulate properly the intake of them into our body. Yes, because they contain a whole lot of sugar. For example, fizzy drink, the fizzy drink, the carbonated drink and all that. Yes, they contain large amount of sugar that can lead to sugar-related diseases. Time will not permit me to mention into that. Yes, a lot of people, they're in love with them. Some, they say they cannot stay a day without taking them. No, 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 no. It's a red light there. You need to watch it. All right, coffees. Yes, a lot of people like myself, I love coffees. But you need to regulate how you take them. Why? Because coffees, they contain caffeine, which the body doesn't need too much of it. Yes, it's good. Caffeine is good. They say they help in digestive system and all that, but don't take too much of them. So these things, you need to regulate how you take them. Don't say there's some people, if they come to your house, if you don't have coffee, they won't take, or they go for occasion, there's no coffee there. No, no, you can adjust. Yes, also tea bags. Tea bags, humorously, most people say that they like or prefer their tea or their tea bag black or very, very strong. Yes, it's good, but once in a while, because tea bags also contains a large amount of caffeine as well. So here it calls for personal discipline on how to take it, because too much of caffeine is not really good for the nervous system. It affects the nervous system. Remember, I said earlier, I'm not a biologist, but these things, it can be curtailed if we discipline ourselves. I would like to bring to our notice here that most things that you love as a teenager or as a youth, I think I've explained this earlier on, you can now begin to discipline yourself to abstain from them or to reduce your intake of them, because you are now advancing in age. I would like to advise here that you rather be going for 100% juice. Yes, those juice that I said 100% juice is not another juice. There's some juice that are, oh my goodness, that has a large amount of saccharin, sweeteners and all that. Those things are dangerous to the health. Water, most preferably, like my husband. Oh, I'm trying to follow him. My husband, if he goes anywhere they don't have juice, he will take water. But because of what you always want to take sweet things. But if you can discipline yourself, I bet you it will really be of a great help to you. Yes, because water cleanses your system. Yes, it cleanses your system. Yes, we know that the Bible says that death and life belongs to God, but we can, help ourselves in a little way we can by trying to, adhere to some little healthy instruction that will be of a great help to us. Point number 3 is sleeping. This is another problem that most people are having. Sleeping is a way of relaxing your brain and your whole body system. Most people don't get enough sleep per day because they are working so hard or because they don't see the need to have a rest. This will affect your productivity in all things. If you don't get enough sleep, it will affect your productivity in all things. You'll be agitated, you'll be irritated, why? Because your system needed rest at a particular time and you couldn't give it to your body that time. All right, you must always put your age difference into perspective. Remember I was saying about when you're more than 35, 40 and above, always put your age difference in perspective. So don't think yes, you can be, as strong, as powerful as other, but you have to give attention to your health and what you eat, what you put inside your body. Time will not permit me to go into all the various hours of sleep needed per day for all age differences. That will not permit it, but I think an average adult needs at least 4 to 6 hours of sleep in the night if you can, because a lot of people, they work hard, this time of online job and online business and all that. Most people, they work hard, but make sure at least you sleep 4 hours in the night. Your body needs time to relax. When you sleep, make sure you are not thinking about anything, because if you do, the brain cannot be relaxed and that causes sleepless night. Yes, most people, they're sleeping, they're thinking, then you're not sleeping. I remember there's this professor, he was giving my second son an advice when he was about to take his matric, where some in other countries they have different name they call it, but it's actually the end of your year in a secondary school or in a high school that will enable you to go to the university. By the grace of God, he's in the university now, first year. When this man was giving him this advice, he said, please, whenever you're sleeping at night, don't think about your books. It sounds so humorous, but I was even laughing because I was there when he was giving this advice. I said it happens to us. He said you're sleeping and you're thinking about, maybe you're thinking about English language or mathematics or biology and all that. He said you're not actually resting because the brain is not resting. So he said whenever you have dropped your book and you want to sleep for the night, or let's say, sometimes you're studying in the afternoon and you're falling asleep and you want to sleep, he said, please don't think about your book. Don't think about the subject. Don't think about the exam. Just relax. Because whenever you're sleeping, the brain needs to be relaxed. And when you're not relaxed, when the brain is not relaxed, your body cannot be relaxed. That's why you see people say, I have sleepless night. They're tossing from one side of the bed to the other. My time is really fast moving, but I need to finish this today. Do not sleep on your study table or couch, resting chair, but make sure your whole body is fully stretched on the bed. Most people sleep on their study table. You've not really relaxed, you've not really slept, because your body really needs to be stretched on the bed to be relaxed, to have a nice sleep and rest. The fourth point is exercise. This is wonderful. Yes, exercise is any bodily activity that enhances or maintains physical fitness and overall health and wellness. We really need this. We all need exercise, all right. Before, we used to think that it is for some specific types of people like the sportsmen and women. We all need it to keep fit and healthy. We really need it. Time will not permit me to go into the health benefits of exercise, but I would like to refer you to one of my videos. I think the title is just exercise. Yes, go and watch it. I really elaborated the importance of exercise and all that. Yes. It's titled Exercise. Yeah, go and watch the video. I will mention some exercises that can help you, as an individual that you want to help yourself. In-house, there are some simple in-house exercises. If you Google on the internet, there's one old lady. I think this lady should be 60-something that I'm following on social media, on Facebook. Her own is just exercises and what to eat. I am telling you, this woman, you can see her gray hair on her hair. She's always, and her own exercise is in-house. Some people say, okay, let's say like here now in South Africa, it's winter time. Oh, I can't go out to jog and all that. You can do it in the house. Put on your phone, Google, they will show you. Even my second son, before he went to school, there was one he used to do in his room. He would just put it, they will tell you, look for 2 5-liter containers, put water on them, those things to help. So don't just say, I don't have money to go to the gym. A lot of people, they complain. if you really want to help yourself, you can make do with what you have. My son actually uses, the 2 5-liter containers we have, 5 liter here, 5 liter, that's 10 liters. If we're carrying them, when he wants to leave them, he can use, the mop stick. You pass it through 2 of them and carry them on his shoulder and all that. So these are the things that will help you if you really want to help yourself, because he is a footballer, he's in academy, but the father told him he needs to relax now till he finishes his exam. So that's the way of him helping his own self at home, because he didn't have time to go for his practicals because of his exams. So we can help ourselves if we want to. So jogging, long distance walk, attending gym classes if you can afford it. Then long distance walk. Maybe if, let's say, where you are is winter, you can, in the evening time when it's not that cold, you can walk around and just try to help yourself, please, for you to live longer. My example with high blood pressure, yes, remember, when I gave birth, because I gave birth to my last son after 13 years, so I wasn't really expecting him. He came, so a lot of psychological and emotional effects and all that. But what am I trying to say? My blood pressure was so high to the point the clinic I gave birth to him, they have to bring 3 different a machine, thinking that it's actually the problem with the machine, without knowing that it was my own. It will just, this one is not saying higher, it exceeded the number in the machine. But God is a faithful God. I give him praise for keeping me alive and the baby alive today. What am I saying this? It defied all medication. It was only when I started exercising that it stopped. And there's this clinic where, the local clinic around us where I'll go, to take some few medications and all that. I took my little boy there. So I was listening to this nurse attending to one of this lady that had some chronic disease. It was telling this lady that if you can start exercising, that you stop taking this medicine. She was like, some people don't take exercises serious, but it's as easy and it's as cheap as that. You don't even need to pay anything, just for you to make up your mind and say, okay, this particular time of the day, either in the morning or in the evening, because most people are very, very busy in the afternoon. But you can do that just to help yourself. All right, indigestion, another issue. Myself, remember I said God said I should use my practical example. I used to have a very bad indigestion. Up to 2 or 3 days I've not used the toilet, and you'll be eating. It defies every medication. They said you use fruits and vegetables. I ate fruit, nothing happened. I ate vegetables. Even now, there's this cornflakes, they call it all brown. It doesn't taste nice. It's so brown. Even my children, they'll be doing their face like when I'm eating it. I did that, nothing happened. But when I started jogging with my husband, we jog every morning. My system just cleared, and it was like a miracle. So this is 1 in 1,000 of good benefits of jogging exercise that a lot of people, even it helped the heartbeat. That's why I said, go to my past video and watch. I think I elaborated about the benefits of exercise. It will really be of a great help to you. All right, the final point on the ways in which you can help your health, I said emotional well-being. Emotional well-being, this refers to the emotional well-being of a person. You really need your emotion to be in order for you to be healthy. When you're thinking too much, you start having headache that will defer medication. There's some people that they'll say they've taken the simple headache medicine, the ones for migraine and all that. It's not really subsiding. Do you know why? Because you're thinking too much, so it can't subside. So emotional well-being has to do with quality of an individual's experiences, either emotionally or otherwise. So emotional well-being also is influenced by a variety of demographic, economical, or situational factors. Yeah, maybe some things are not happening well and other. You can't kill yourself. One thing about this life, you did the one you can do and leave the rest to God. You can't kill yourself. You can't do what is not going to happen, or what God has not permitted for it to happen that time. You have to wait for God's timing. It could also to be said to mean, according to psychology of today, that emotional well-being means the ability to practice stress management techniques. Yes, to be resilient, all right, and generate the emotion that lead to good feelings. You need to help yourself. Remember, I'm saying how to help you out. You have to, try to create joy around you. Make sure that you're happy, because if you want things to be in order for you to be happy, you can never be happy, because things can never be in order. Things will always go wrong each and every day. But you make up your mind that no matter what comes my way, I will always be joyous. I will not allow it to make me to be sad or lose my joy. So people who are emotionally healthy are in control of their thoughts. Yes, you need to control your thoughts. You need to control the things that passes through your mind. Yes, Satan can come and tell you, look at this one is not happening. You have been laid off your job. Look at a lot of bills to be paid. You said, no, God can take care of me. Because we know with this onset of this COVID-19 that come, a lot of things are happening. People are struggling and all that. But you remove your eyes from there and put your eyes on God. And then you will know that God you put your eyes on, God will definitely send help to you. People who are emotionally healthy are in control of their thoughts. You have to control what you think, how you feel. Whether you feel bad or you feel good, you make sure you're joyous, you're smiling, because things will always come to make you sad. And then your behavior, how do you react to the way the things happen? So I said finally, the final point on how to help you, take care of your health, emotional health. You have to be emotionally healthy. Make sure that you're in control of your thought, you're in control of your feeling, you are in control of your behavior. Yes, how you feel can affect your ability to carry out your everyday activities. Yes, your relationship and your overall mental health, because a whole lot of things happen to us, things that can affect your emotional well-being. Grief, yes. Loss, a major change in your life that needs a judgment. Just like this COVID brought a lot of adjustment. A lot of people are working from home, and it's not the same as an office. A lot of people are being laid off and all that. Depression, anxiety, poor body image. These things happen to somebody's emotion, but you can relate on how do I want them to affect me. So people who are emotionally healthy can control their thoughts, their feelings, and their behavior. I've actually come to the end of my teaching this morning. I know you are really blessed. Health is wealth. When you're not healthy, you are not wealthy. Remember I said in the ways that you can help yourself. Watch what you eat. Watch what you drink. Yes, you need to watch what you eat, watch what you drink, and then your sleeping habit, and then your emotional well-being. You need to be emotionally healthy. And I say people who are emotionally healthy are in control of their thoughts, their feelings, and their behavior. Please make sure you help yourself, because if you can put into practice all that I've mentioned in my teaching today, I believe you'll be going to the doctors less frequently, and you'll actually be in control of your health, and then you will be wealthy. Keep it there with me, same time, same place, as I bring another inspiring teaching that will help you live victoriously in your everyday life. Please try to help yourself, especially those that are advancing in age. See you next week. Bye.